we're coming closer and closer to the holiday of Shavuot, and I was always wondering that the Jewish people said Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will hear. It's a very weird phrase because usually when we want to sign up a document, we're taught as little kids that we have to read the document and only then we sign the document. We shouldn't sign the document without reading the document, and that's actually what the Jewish people have done. They have signed the document without completely understanding what's inside the document, and it seems very weird. It's very hard to understand that this is the behavior that we have to emulate. So the idea given by Rav Soloveitchik in his Sefer Kol Dodi Dofek gave me a lot of understanding. He is saying that by each and every one of us, there is a Ratzon Elyon and a Ratzon Tachton, a higher will and a lower will. A lower will is our analysis, our pros and cons, our arguments. When we're making a decision, let's say we're making a decision whether we want to go somewhere for Shabbos or we don't want to go somewhere for Shabbos, where do we send our kids, to which school, etc. So we have the argument, we have the pros and the cons, but the bigger decisions of our lives, let's say whom do we want to marry, where do we want to live, what's our mission in life, those decisions cannot only be based on the Ratzon Tachton, cannot only be based on the lower will, because we have an inner calling, something inside of us that just tells us, yes, go do it, or no, that's not for me, even if the logic says something differently. So the Jewish people didn't just sign up the document without reading it. They felt very much deep inside that this is something which will make their lives better. They don't know how, they don't know exactly how are they going to fulfill it and if they would be good enough to do it, but they just said yes because that's something which their neshama, which their soul deeply, deeply, deeply wanted. So that's the idea, and I'm really wishing to every one of us that we should have this Ratzon Elyon, this deeper inside calling, this will. Sometimes we don't understand how, but we so deeply want to do it, and we leave the rest to Hashem. That's exactly the lesson of Shavuot, that if we have a deep will, a deep Ratzon, and we know that nothing stands in front of a deep will of a person. We just have to go for it, we have to do it, and then Hashem, the God, is going to take care of everything else. Chag Shavuot Sameach.